right, let's see. It looks like I'm live now. I'm just seeing if I can make the screen any better. The lighting sucks in here. I'm sorry, guys. All right, well, I guess I'll give it a try anyway. I'm still getting the hang of this YouTube live thing, and I am shopping phones. I want to get something newer to have a better picture all over. Anyway, I'm Janet J, also known as Janet Decay. I host one of the hosts from the Mummy and the Monkey show, and I also have a shop in Lakewood called the Thrift Crypt in Lakewood, Ohio, and I have an eBay store called the Mummy and the Monkey. So I had recently a very angry, infuriated customer, so it's partially my fault, and I'm going to explain why. I had a vintage little baby doll, maybe about yay tall, and on the back of it, it said Minerva, made in Germany. It was a little, like, plastic, maybe. I don't even know what material it was, but I sold it as is. And it sold for $8. It was just a little toy, like a vintage toy. Under the category, I thought I had it listed as vintage toys dolls, but it was actually listed as vintage toys dolls tin. And the person that bought it thought the doll was made out of tin, even though in the pictures it looks like it's plastic, and in the description I had it listed as is, as pictured. If you have any questions, please ask. Well, I ship it out to him, he buys it, and once it arrives I get a message saying that I was deceiving him. It wasn't really tin, it was cheap plastic, and it was a cheap carnival toy, and he wants to return it. And I message him back saying, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I didn't see the tin part of it, and I thought it was just listed under vintage toy, vintage doll, you know? And I guess when you list things, obviously you have to be very, very careful what category you put it under. Make sure your description is as accurate as it can possibly be, because you will get something like that from time to time. And I've only had a few returns. Most of the time I try not to do returns. It's just a lot of hassle. So in my description I put as is, as pictured. You know, please review photos before buying. Please ask questions if you have any. Just to make sure it's definitely what they want. I don't want it to be a doubt. But of course, you know, I do some returns. I kept getting all these messages saying that I was being deceptive, I was scamming him, and that I'm a terrible seller. It was one message after another, and this was already after I said, you know, I'm sorry you feel that way. You can return it. And that's fine. I even told him I don't normally do returns, but I'll do one for you. Well, after getting all these nasty messages, I messaged him back. I was like, ready to pull my hair out. And I pretty much said, you know, it's not worth the time or energy over $8. I'll just refund you now. You don't even have to send it back. So then I get another message saying, oh, I'll send it back and I'll ship it faster and better than what you did. It's like, ugh. So after I did the refund, after that went through, I blocked him. I didn't want him to buy anything else from me. I didn't want any other messages from him. It wasn't worth my time. It was an honest mistake. Sometimes people make mistakes when they list, and it was an $8 thing. You know, and even if it was something more expensive, I would have let him do the return. I try to be fair with people. I don't like liars, and I don't like scammers myself. Thank you, Shelby. I saw someone commented. Hi, guys. I'll have to read the comments later. I'm sorry. I'm on my phone here, and it's not so great. But anyway, let me see if I can pull up a picture of what the doll looked like and what it looks like now. Because this guy was very, very angry and very incessant with the messages. Let me see if I can go under sold listings. Okay, maybe not. And this might take a while. I don't want you guys to just kind of sit here while I'm trying to find a picture. But anyway, the doll was intact. It was beat up because it was maybe from the 1940s, 1950s. So I get the box back. Hear that? And it's in pieces. He crushed it up. This person was so mad and so angry over $8 and just very mean. He crushed this up and mailed it back to me. I told him he could keep it. He didn't have to mail it back. I already refunded his money. So I guess I shouldn't have even messaged him back. It maybe antagonized it more. Yeah, I know, right? Look at this. So this doll is in pieces. Yeah. Over $8. He was that mad at me. Hi, Vincent Grimley. Hi. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I didn't really plan to do a live video, but I got this in the mail, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was shocked to get this thing back. I told him he could keep it, and it's in little pieces. It even took me a minute to figure out what the heck it was, because it just looked like little fleshy parts, like body parts. And I'm like, what is that? So yeah, this is what happens. And this is the risk that as sellers take. So sometimes when you sell things online, you will run into the occasional unique individual that will send you things and message you like that. But you know what? I wish him well. I just don't want him to buy anything from me anymore. So that's what's great. I can block him. I did report him on eBay for pretty much being a bully. And yeah, that's a bunch of crap. So to my customers that buy things and are awesome to deal with, thank you. And I've bought things on eBay before, like the jeans I'm wearing now, I bought from another reseller on eBay because I love American Eagle jeans, and I don't want to pay, brand new retail price for them, and they're hard to find in the size I want. But yeah, I mean, just be nicer to each other, guys, and be careful how you list, because you'll get that one person that's maybe having a bad day. They see one little mistake, and their whole world explodes. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Shelby. Love you guys. And I guess that's it for now. I've met some awful people on eBay. Yes, there are some awful people, but there's a lot of awesome people that make up for it. There's even been other resellers where I list a book, and I think it's the first edition or first printing. And I had a reseller message me saying, actually, this one was a few years later. It's like the third edition. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I didn't know. I'll change the listing so it's correct. And you learn about items as you go, and you try to do as much research as possible to avoid things like that. But sorry, my bad. Made one mistake, and I get that. Love you guys. Mwah! Check us out on themummyandthemonkey.com. I also have other YouTube uploads as well, and we will be doing more live videos in the future with hopefully better lighting, better video, and not on my crappy phone. All right, bye. Have a good night. Woo! There we go.